take off a wall area of the kitchen and dining. So I'll go to zoom in on section of a plan, and then I'll click, hold, drag, and let go. And it brings up that section. Again, at any point in time, you can use any one of the other magnifier icons to either zoom out, zoom in, or restore the original view. So as before, what I'm going to do is, before I do my takeoff, I'm going to turn on the dimensioning, so that as I draw the lines, I'll be getting a dim on each line. So this is again the ruler type icon with 1 in it. So I'll turn it on, it's depressed. I go to the first line. Again, you can start at any point you want. So I will click on the first point, move to the second point, and as you can see, the dim comes in, third point, and so forth. And I'll continue around the various areas of the drawing. As before, to join my last point back to my first point, it can't be done manually. You use the J key on the keyboard to join first to last. When you're dealing with vertical areas or volumes, or volume by length, which would be used generally for strip footings, you can use this 3D option, which allows you to be able to view your takeoff in a 3D type sense. That is on the toolbar, and it is, you can see, just an icon with a 3D option on it. So really only useful in a situation where you have a third dimension, i.e. a wall height, or a slab thickness, or strip footing thickness, something where you have a third such dimension, and it's not just a single line drawn on top of the drawing. So as before, you would immediately go to your shape results, and in your shape results you then annotate as best you can as before. You can amend as you go, changing the color of your line if needs be, and you know, making amendments to the type of takeoff that you've done. Also on the status bar, you're going to get your result shown, and again, if you want to return individual lengths for each line, you can simply turn on the length mode, and when you exit and save, back into your calculation sheet will come the individual line lengths multiplied by the wall height. Okay, so again, a quick brief example of a vertical area type takeoff, or a wall area takeoff. What I'll do then is move to a volume takeoff, or a cubic meter type takeoff, and again I'll drill down behind the option there I have for volume, and I'll call this takeoff floor slab. As before, when you're in the calculation sheet, I'm just going to call that floor slab 1, and you activate the Buildosft module at that point. It loads up the Buildosft module, and again, first thing to do is go to the status bar and indicate the type of result that you want to return, which I'm going to put as a volume. Again, because it's a third dimension, it's looking for the thickness of the slab. So in this instance, I'm putting in 150 mil, and then I can go out loading up my drawing file as before. Going to image, load image, and if at this point in time you were to use another, you wanted to use another drawing, you simply go to the icon, the white with the white arrow, the white cross in the red background. That will bring up the browse dialog box again, that will allow you to go off and select another drawing file to add to your list here. But again, I'm going to use this, and obviously we are going to have a look at the PDF type file as well just a little later on. So I click OK. Again, it brings up the drawing file. As before, as with all type of takeoff, you indicate here what your drawing color is going to be, what your line thickness is going to be, shade color, shade pattern. And again, zoom in on the section of the drawing that you want to deal with. Now, and this is zoomed in quite well, so I actually probably don't need to zoom in on this one. So what I'll do is I'll go to my first point, click, second click, and then again, you cannot manually join back to the first point, so you hit J on the keyboard, and it will join it automatically for you. Again, because there is such a third dimension of thickness, with the last option it was a wall height, you can have a quick look at that in a 3D sense. As before, the thing to do would be immediately go to your shape results and append or amend some sort of description to the takeoff that you've done. Again, you can expand it and you can change the shading pattern, the color, and they will be reflected in your drawing screen. Also, turning on the dimensioning allows you to be able to see the dim calculated for each line. Length mode on, and then exit and save. And out into your calculation sheet will come the calculation that you've done. Okay, so moving out, I'm just going to have a look at openings and how you can build up a schedule of openings and deduct those openings as you go from whatever type of takeoff that you're doing. So what I have, my sixth option there, my fifth option there is vertical area less OPEs. So I'm going to drill down again into the calculation sheet, and as you can see, I have wall area study less OPEs. And as before, I'm going to activate the Buildosft module at that point. So I'm just going to bear with me. Click the drawing then. Activate the Buildosft module, and it brings you into the drawing screen. Now, in terms of openings, there is a specific function in Buildosft that allows you to be able to create yourself a schedule of openings that you may be using in the current drawing, or any drawing. The schedule of openings that you would create will be available in not only the particular drawing or the particular job that you're working in. Once you create your schedule of openings, they'll be available in all jobs at all times. So just to show you where that function is, on the toolbar itself you'll see a little icon with a door and window, and that's called Add an Opening. And when you click on that, you get an Add Opening dialog box, which is in effect your the ability to allow you to set yourself up a schedule of the type of openings that you normally deal with, or maybe available on a particular drawing itself. Under the opening type, it allows you to be able to click on that drop down, and there's a preset list of standard openings grouped for you. So if I select window, what it'll do is it will list in the body of the add opening screen the openings that I have already added, or the user has already added. If you wanted to add a new one, you would just put in, say, a description. You would add the height and the width, and then just click the Add button, and that will then add it onto your list. So you can continue on. You can go to swing doors, And again, apply the same logic. You can put in your opening name here and then insert the height and width of that particular opening, and then click on the Add button and it will add it onto your list. And just to reiterate that all of these openings that you add will be available in not just this job, any other job that you may use the Buildosft module in. So that's just a brief, sorry, I was looking for an opening that I didn't put any dims in. So just to recap, on the toolbar there's an icon with the door and a window, and that is your icon for creating your schedule of openings. So that would be, as such, an initial task that you would need to complete before you can actually apply your deductions. So as an example, I'm going to again here select my takeoff type. So I'm going to select vertical area less openings. Again, as before, it's going to ask me for a third dimension, and in there I'm going to put in 2.4 meters, and then again I'm going to load my drawing. So I go to Image, Load Image, and my drawing is again the demo home that I'm going to use, so I'll click OK, and it will bring it up on screen. As before, task number 1 would be to zoom in on the section of the drawing that you want to work on. So I'll click on the zoom on a section of a plan, just click on it once, move away, click and hold, drag, and let go. And as with any area type takeoff, you pick a point that you want to start on, click, move to the next point, click, move to the next point, and so forth and so forth. When you get to the last point, again, bear in mind that you cannot manually join, so you have to go J to join the first point to the last point. Now, I can then go about adding the openings that are there, which is a window here and a door there. So simply what you do is you go to your toolbar, click on your Add Opening, select the opening type, in this case window, and I want to add 1000 by 1500, so it's the top option there, and simply you double click, and once you double click you just click on the line where the opening is to go, and you can see the line color, you can see the line color has changed there to gray. So that's my window added. If I want to add my door, I go back to the Add Openings option, select my swing door, and select the type of swing door that matches the opening. Double click, and then the trick with adding a door is you go to the hinge, click, and then if you wanted to swing left, move to the left of the line and click. If you wanted to swing right, move to the right of the line and click. So I'm going to go to the left and click. Sorry, do that right. And it will swing. Not that it really matters which way it swings, because the deduction will be correct either way, whether it swings left